Alpha Investments. How's everybody doing today? What we do here is we talk about hopes and dreams. I get inside of your face real close. We talk about hopes and dreams, folks. Today, we're back to LED life. LED life. Lion's Eye Diamond, ladies and gentlemen. Back from Mirage in the late 90s. We're going to go through a conversation. I'm going to give you my perspective on this whole Lion's Eye Diamond buyout number what? 4? Number 3? How many times has this thing been bought out? Does anybody even care anymore? Is the term buyout even mean anything? I feel like if I say the word, there's a buyout of investors and collectors, everyone just goes, that's great. Let's get some lunch, Rudy. Let's go Chick-fil-A. I don't really care anymore. Let's get some waffle fries. Does anybody even flinch at the term buyout or any of this stuff anymore? Like, I feel like it's such an old news, just diluted word at this point. It's like just, it's nothing. So, all right. So Lion's Eye Diamond, as of the filming this video here, we are, what to say, January like 11th? Let's say 11th or 12th? Lion's Eye Diamond looks like we're $500 plus a card now. Maybe played copies, about 400s, maybe near mint copies, 500-600 range. Graded copies go up to like 700 to 1,000. I mean, what do you want me to say about it? I mean, are we surprised that it's expensive? Are we surprised that something that has confidence and credibility, because it's on the reserve list, that's of course evil, is going up in price? Are we surprised that, oh wait, that's right. Well, why don't we just open some more packs and get more cards? Oh wait, that's right, because a box of Mirage is like $6,000 now. That's 2021. Inflation will continue. And this, I got another video coming on that topic. People have been asking me, so Rudy, why would these boxes be $5,000, $6,000, $7,000? Who? Like, why would you buy a box for $6,000? How do you make money at that? The same reason that people made fun of me when I was buying revised boxes for $5,000. The same reason people made fun of me when I was buying Alliances boxes for $500, then $1,000, then $1,500 a box. The same reason that people laughed when I said that sealed boxes of Ice Age, one of my first YouTube videos in 2016, when I had a mountain of Ice Age sealed product, and I was buying sealed Ice Age boxes for $110 to $140 a box. It's not about the expected value of the cards, it's about the age and the nostalgia and the lack of supply and the natural attrition that years go by. So when we're looking at Mirage, let me be blunt with everybody. Let's just be straight shooters here, folks. A box of Mirage is $5-6 grand. It's never going to go down in price because there's no catalyst to make it go down in price. You would literally have to have like a storage vault of like 10,000 Mirage boxes be uncovered to make the price remove. We would need additional. So the only way to make sealed product of golden era boxes like that reduce in price is there has to be a huge supply hit the market. And even then, I mean, if the market absorbs it, then you're not really going to have any retracement. If the market doesn't, then there'll be a race to the bottom. You see price erosion. But, we're talking about boxes of Mirage here. Mirage was actually not the most well-received set in the late 90s, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if everyone's even aware of that. Believe it or not, Mirage and Visions was more on the downswing of the magic time there. It wasn't like the boom that like Urza's Saga and Legacy Destiny. You have to remember, when Urza's came out, it was a home run from day one. It was like War of the Spark in 2018. When War of the Spark came out, it was a success from day one, which is why I've been making fun of the War of the Spark here. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Being $100 a box. Like, if you don't have War of the Spark, then I'm just going to laugh at you in 12 to 24 months because it's on my calendar, just like other things where we follow up a couple years later. I'm just going to laugh at you. Because if you can't see the opportunity in an amazing product, it's the same thing with OG Innistrad when it was $150 a box. When I made a video on Scars and Mirrodin at $110, saying it should be a minimum 2. I mean, you have to be able to see it. You have to believe in the product. And that goes to credibility and consumer confidence, folks. Think about it. Mirage, it's reserve list, it's 90s. It has the highest degree of confidence, credibility, and consumer belief. What do we not have today? Wizards has eroded all trust and credibility in just the strength of secondary market single cards or modern cards or secret lair, this, that, slap my face. It doesn't matter. There is such a lack of confidence and belief based on today's actions. The flow of money is, avoiding those type of cards. So you have a product like Mirage. It wasn't well received from the beginning. The print run wasn't big at all. On top of that, when the product came out, we've talked about this in the past, folks. It was like Bazaar Baghdad. When Lion's Eye Diamond came out, pull up an old Inquest or Scry magazine over here, folks. Seriously, from the 90s. Look it up. Look at the price of Lion's Eye Diamond. Nobody cared. It was a couple dollars. Nobody cared about that. People wanted Phyrexian Dreadnought. People wanted Grinning Totem. Give me my flipping Grinning Totem. That's what people wanted. Those were the hot cards. So we have a situation where not only Mirage was not well received, it was a weak product. The best card in Lion's Eye Diamond today was not considered a good card for most of the product's life cycle. You understand what I'm getting at? So you combine all these variables together, just like I told you guys with Revise, with Wheel of Fortune, Lion's Eye Diamond at $500 a card, laugh all you want, thumbs down 2 times, slippity sloppity, googity bobbity boop boop, it doesn't matter. Lion's Eye Diamond is a $1,000 card. I said 2 years ago when the card went from 100 and it got bought out to 250, and then it went back to 180, 200, retraced at the 20% retracement. Now it went from 200 to 400. And then it went retraced back to about 300. Then it spiked now. We got the newest spike to what? 600, 700. Now it's retraced to what? 400, 500. It's the same thing. It's 3 steps up, 1 step back, rinse and repeat. Don't just put the VCR on loop. You know, put the record player on loop. Get the record player out. We got to talk about Mirage today, folks. I mean, it is what it is. This is what, you know, we have to take out how we feel about the expensive cards. You have to remove your emotional response to these conversations, everybody. I know some of you just get very angry at this stuff. Man, it's too expensive. It's ink and cardboard. You have to strip out your emotional opinion, and you got to look at the raw situation. And you can make better decisions when you just look at the raw data. Look at the history. And again, the box is $5-6 grand. And I know you're saying, why would you buy that? You can't even get, what, you can even get $1,000 out of the box? Then you can probably get more than that if you open a good box and you actually send them off for grading and you get a bunch of PSA 10s or Beckett 9.5s and 6.9s, all this crap. You're going to get a lot more than you realize. People are grading a lot of that stuff. And, you know, everything's relative. You have to look at percentage increases and movements of these things. It's all relative. A $5,000 box. You know, let me give you guys something interesting. When I was being mentored in 2007, when I was very new to the financial world, when I had my job, little story here. One of the first things that this senior broker, I know it sounds so cheesy, like a boiler room or a Wolf of Wall Street phrase. This senior broker told me something when he was pitching, it was some blue chip stock. I don't know what he was talking about. I don't know if it was, actually I think it was Walmart. Was it Walmart or something? Or was it P&G? Was it Procter & Gamble? Or was it J&J? I don't know, some blue chip thing. And he put the client on hold and he said to me, and I said, well, how are you so confident about ABC stock? He said, simply put, if the stock is an $80 stock, it's a $120 stock. And it's like, I don't understand that at all. He goes, that's just the way it is. If the market can move it high enough to go to that, based on certain market caps and all this PE ratios and growth and all this crap, especially with dividends or raising dividends on all this. Anyways, he was saying, you know, you can't look at the raw numbers. And that was something a lot of people had a hard time. I read some books and studied some things in the past, even tech stocks, where they thought, you know, Amazon at 3,000 is just mind-numbing. Because we have these human psychological number barriers. And when it comes to things like Mirage or Weatherlight or Stronghold at 5,000, 6,000, you can't look at saying Mirage is $5 grand. What? Because if it's worth $5 grand today, it's going to be worth 10 grand a box in the future. It was the same thing with revised boxes at 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, and now they're 12,000 to 15,000. You see, it's all relative. So I wanted to bring that up. So to swing back around and end this video on Lion's Eye Diamond, the fact is Mirage was a sleeper set. It was a very poorly received product. It has very awesome artwork and unique flavor to the set. Amazing characters and a lot of African themes and beautiful stuff in it. It's one of my favorite Magic sets of all time. And it has a lot of hidden reserve list cards, a lot of sensitivity style cards. And the best card in the set was not well received. This is a product that's going to continue. It's going to be a product that's going to continue to make expectations and make that shock and awe factor continue. I'm going to make follow-up videos when Lion's Eye Diamond hits $1,000 a card in the future. Same thing I feel about Wheel of Fortune. Same thing I feel about Stronghold when it comes to Sliver Queens and Mox Diamonds. It's tough to psychologically wrap your head around larger numbers, but relatively speaking, the percentages make sense for long-term growth and inflation. And I do believe Mirage will eventually be a $10,000 sealed box. And I think Lion's Eye Diamond cards will be $1,000. I think it's going to take many more years to move. Of course, I've been wrong so far. It's been going a lot quicker than I expected. But, you know, maybe time's going to go a little bit more accelerated. But I think the potential and all the variables are lined up for something like this. Until Wizards changes our opinion, it is what it is, folks.